Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Isaiah 30:21. What if I told you that you never have to make another important decision alone again? What if every time you reach a crossroads in life, every time you face a choice that could change everything, every time you feel paralyzed by indecision, there's a voice available to you that has perfect knowledge of which path leads to your greatest blessing? Think about the last time you stood at a major crossroads in your life. Maybe it was choosing between job offers, deciding whether to end or fight for a relationship, determining where to live or figuring out how to handle a family crisis. In that moment, you probably felt the weight of uncertainty pressing down on you. You made lists of pros and cons, asked friends for advice, researched your options online, and still felt unsure about which direction to take. But here's what makes this verse absolutely life-changing. God promises that His voice will be available to guide you, not just occasionally when you remember to pray, but consistently, constantly, reliably. Whether you're tempted to turn to the right or to the left, whether you're considering multiple options or feeling pulled in different directions, His voice will be there to say, "This is the way, walk in it." The phrase "behind you" is incredibly significant. It means God isn't far ahead where you can't reach Him, and He's not so far behind that He doesn't understand your current situation. He's right there with you, close enough to whisper in your ear, near enough to give you real-time guidance for the decision you're facing right now. Maybe this morning you're standing at a crossroads that's been keeping you awake at night. Perhaps you're facing a choice about your career, your family, your health, your finances, or your future that feels overwhelming because you can't see all the potential consequences. You might be paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong decision, or exhausted from trying to figure everything out with your own limited wisdom. But what if you've been making decision-making harder than it has to be? What if instead of trying to see the entire future before you choose a path, you simply needed to learn how to hear the voice that says, "This is the way, walk in it"? What if the guidance you've been desperately seeking is available right now, and you just need to tune your spiritual ears to recognize it? What you're about to experience in this prayer will teach you how to hear God's voice more clearly and give you confidence to follow His guidance, even when you can't see where the path leads. Father God, I come before you this morning acknowledging that I desperately need your guidance for the decisions I'm facing. I confess that I've been trying to navigate life's crossroads with my own wisdom, my own understanding, my own limited perspective. I've been exhausting myself trying to predict every possible outcome, researching every option, and seeking advice from people who are just as uncertain as I am. But this morning, I choose to tune my ears to hear your voice above all others. Lord, I thank you for your promise that I will hear your voice behind me, guiding me when I need direction most. You're not a distant God who shouts instructions from far away. You're close enough to whisper, near enough to give real-time guidance, present enough to redirect me the moment I start to veer off the right path. Your voice isn't just available during scheduled prayer times. It's accessible whenever I face a choice that could impact my future. God, I ask you to speak clearly about the career decisions I'm facing. Whether I should stay in my current job or pursue new opportunities, whether I should take risks or play it safe, whether I should invest my time in this direction or that direction, I need to hear your voice saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Give me peace about the path you want me to take and close doors that aren't meant for me to walk through. I need your guidance about my relationships, Father. There are people in my life where I'm unsure how much to invest, how much to trust, how much to share of my heart and energy. There are conflicts where I don't know whether to speak up or stay silent, whether to fight for reconciliation or accept that some relationships have run their course. Let me hear your voice, directing me toward relationships that will bless my life and away from those that will drain my spirit. Lord, I pray for your clear direction regarding my family situations. There are decisions about my children's education, activities, and friendships that feel overwhelming because I want what's best for them, but don't always know what that is. There are choices about caring for aging parents, handling family conflicts, and maintaining healthy boundaries that require wisdom I don't possess. Speak to me clearly about how to love my family well, while also protecting my own emotional and spiritual health. I ask for your voice to guide my financial decisions, God. Whether it's about spending, saving, investing, or giving, I want to make choices that honor you and provide security for my family. When opportunities arise that could improve our situation, help me discern which ones are from you and which ones are temptations that could lead to trouble. When sacrifices need to be made, show me clearly what to prioritize and what to release. Mighty God, I need to hear your voice regarding my health and wellness decisions. There are choices about treatments, lifestyle changes, doctors, and medications that feel confusing because there's so much conflicting information available. I want to make decisions that will give me energy for your purposes and longevity to serve you well. When medical professionals give different advice, when natural and conventional approaches seem to conflict, let your voice be the one I trust most completely. Father, I pray for your guidance about my spiritual growth and ministry involvement. There are opportunities to serve, to lead, to give, and to participate that all seem good, but I know I can't do everything. Help me hear your voice directing me toward the activities that align with your calling on my life and away from commitments that would distract me from your best purposes. I want to serve you effectively, not just busily. I ask for your clear direction about my dreams and goals, Lord. Some of them feel so big that I wonder if they're really from you or just products of my own ambition. Others have been delayed so long that I question whether I should keep pursuing them or accept that they may not be your will. Let me hear your voice confirming which visions to chase and which ones to release, which timelines to trust and which expectations to adjust. God, I need your guidance for the daily choices that seem small, but add up to shape my character and destiny. How to spend my free time, what to watch, what to read, how to respond to difficult people, when to rest and when to push forward. All of these decisions matter more than I often realize. Help me develop spiritual ears that can hear your voice even about seemingly minor choices. I pray for wisdom about the friendships and social connections in my life, Father. You know which relationships drain my energy and which ones fill me up, which people encourage my faith and which ones discourage it, which social activities build me up and which ones tear me down. Let me hear your voice guiding me toward connections that will help me become more like you and away from influences that pull me in the wrong direction. Lord, I ask for your direction about my involvement in my community and world. There are so many needs, so many causes, so many ways to make a difference that I sometimes feel overwhelmed by the options. Help me hear your voice directing me toward the specific ways you want me to impact my world, whether through financial giving, volunteer work, political involvement, or simply being a good neighbor. Father, I declare that I will train my ears to recognize your voice above all the noise and confusion of this world. When other people give me advice that conflicts with what you're telling me, I'll choose to follow your guidance. When my emotions want to pull me in one direction, but your spirit is leading me in another, I'll trust your voice over my feelings. When circumstances suggest one path, but your word directs me down another, I'll obey your voice rather than my natural understanding. I choose to act on your guidance, even when I can't see the entire path ahead. I understand that you rarely show me the complete journey at once. You give me direction one step at a time, one decision at a time, one crossroads at a time. I don't need to see the destination to trust your voice about the next turn. I don't need to understand your methods to follow your direction. Lord, help me to be patient when your voice doesn't come as quickly as I'd like or in the way I expect. Sometimes you speak through your written word, sometimes through wise counsel from others, sometimes through circumstances, and sometimes through that still, small voice in my spirit. Help me to be sensitive to all the ways you communicate and not limit you to speaking only in the ways I'm comfortable with. I pray that my willingness to follow your voice will inspire others to seek your guidance for their own decisions. Let them see the peace that comes from knowing I'm walking in your will, the confidence that comes from following your direction, and the blessing that comes from obedience to your voice. Use my life as a testimony that you still speak to your children and faithfully guide those who seek you. God, I commit to creating space in my life to hear your voice clearly. I won't make important decisions when I'm rushed, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed. I'll take time to pray, to listen, to wait for your direction, rather than rushing ahead with my own plans. I'll protect my relationship with you so that I can recognize your voice when you speak. Thank you for being a God who still speaks to your children. Thank you for caring enough about my decisions to provide personal guidance. Thank you for being close enough to whisper direction when I need it most. Thank you for having perfect knowledge of which paths will lead to blessing and which ones will lead to regret. As I go into this day, I carry the confidence that comes from knowing I don't have to figure everything out on my own. When crossroads appear, I'll listen for your voice. When options multiply, I'll seek your direction. When pressure builds to make quick decisions, I'll take time to hear what you're saying. Your voice is available. Your guidance is reliable, and your direction leads to life. I will hear your voice, and I will walk in the way you show me. Amen. You never have to make another decision alone. God's voice is available to guide you through every crossroads, every choice, every moment when you need direction. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, His voice will be there to say, "This is the way. Walk in it." Would you have access to perfect guidance from the one who sees all and knows all? If this prayer helped you tune your ears to God's voice, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs divine guidance for an important decision. Subscribe for daily prayers that will help you hear God's voice more clearly. Comment, "I hear your voice" below if you're seeking God's guidance for decisions in your life right now. Remember, the guidance you've been searching for is closer than you think. God's voice is right there with you, ready to direct your steps and lead you into His perfect will for your life.